because you have to know I wore purple lipstick just for you.
I love it, and I got my Respect Her on.
Oh, nice.
You know the
nice.
vibe.
Love it. Love it. Thank you. Thanks for repping the brand.
The brand.
Well, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm nervous, just like you. Like I said, I don't know why he thought this was a good idea to put two balls of anxiety together. But
it had to happen at some point. You know, we already had you on my stream, so they know how we are.
They do.
We're good.
They do. And honestly, that was such a fun time. That was amazing. So,
I still have people who compliment us from that stream.
That's awesome. Yeah, I had a great time. Let's see. Brandon says, Rita, I raised the chair. I apologize. You can lower it. Okay. Whoa. All right. Okay, well, so are you familiar with the 21 questions format?
I am. I have watched quite a few episodes of 21 Questions.
All right, awesome. So for those who may be new or who have not tuned into a 21 Questions episode, essentially, we typically, Brandon, aka Kimbroplays, who's my husband, if those of you don't know, I'm Rita, Brandon's wife. The whole point of the series is he has a list of 21 questions that he curates for a member of the community, somebody he brings in, just so we can get to know a little bit more about you, maybe some things that we wouldn't necessarily know or learn from your streams, and just, you know, have a little bit more of a different conversation. So I picked out the 21 questions that we were going to ask you today, so hopefully you like them. I'm scared. I tried to pick a nice variety. I don't think you should be scared. Like, I didn't try to do like any. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. So, apologize in advance if you feel put on the spot. But
you know, I have anxiety, so I feel like I'm always gonna feel like I'm put on the spot.
Exactly. Well,
but I do have a little bit of wine. You know.
Oh, perfect.
My day at work, I was like, should I drink some wine, Sam? And he was like, yeah, go for it. And I was like, okay. So
good for you.
We're letting loose a little bit, but not a lot. Not a lot. It's Wednesday. I'm not getting drunk.
I know. I'm literally like, I'm too old to drink during the week. Like,
oh no, I got so drunk a couple weeks ago on a Wednesday, and I so regretted it the next day. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Yeah. This isn't me.
I know. I'll like try to have a glass with dinner or like while I'm cooking. That's where it gets me, because I like, you know, like have a glass of wine while I'm cooking dinner, like relax. But the problem is, like, while I'm cooking, I haven't eaten yet, and then by the time I'm ready to eat, I'm drunk. So
I feel it.
It's a problem.
Lightweight.
Yep. All right, well, I think we can sort of just dive in if you feel ready.
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's get her. Let's get her started.
If you'd like, you can go ahead and like introduce yourself if you want.
Kimbro says I can't turn it off. I don't know how to. Oh, there it goes. Okay, sorry. So if you don't know me, my name's Moisen Loin, but you can call me Liv. I'm thinking of changing my name here soon. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I'm ready for a whole rebrand. So don't forget the Moisen Loin if I do change my name. But you can call me Liv. No one calls me the Moisen Loin, so just call me Liv. I'm a variety streamer and a paranormal and conspiracy podcaster. I actually did have Rita as a guest on my All Things Conspiracy segment. I want to say like a month ago, right?
I think it was over a month ago. Like, because wasn't it March? And it's May already.
Oh, shit. Or yeah, maybe, you're right.
Yeah.
I have no sense of time.
Oh, me neither.
Yeah. And you know, I don't know what to really call my streams. Sometimes I stream games, sometimes I just sit there and chat. We're doing a mental health segment for Mental Health Awareness Month, which is this month. So we're kind of all over the place. So that's what I do. But we're just vibing. We're just out here doing whatever we feel like.
I love it.
I'll never forget, just like the karaoke. Yeah, I was really drunk and I did some karaoke on stream. So that was a first and very embarrassing moment that I don't ever want to do again.
Was that recently?
That was when I got drunk on a Wednesday, so like 2 months ago.
Gotcha. I'm sad I missed that one.
Also, she said 25 gifted subs to anyone who. Yeah, right. I did say $20 though, and I'm not gonna lie. I think so many people replied because they really think I'm gonna give them $20. I'm not giving anybody $20.
That's great.
But yeah, that's me. There's not really much, like, I don't know. I'm just not good at promoting myself. I am quiet. Oh no. This happened to me last time. Do I sound okay?
Can I turn Liv up slightly? She's quiet. I don't know how to do that. Okay. I think I fixed it, maybe.
Okay. Do I sound louder? Anybody? Bump it up 25 gifted and you'll start. Yeah, well, the thing is I'm not trying to be mean, but some people like don't take into consideration that all of these names have to be for every like platform. So like someone said something about like Olivia Streams and I'm like, well, that's taken. That's such like a basic name. There's no way. So a lot of people did comment, but they're like all taken. So it's gonna be a while before I figure out anything, but it's definitely a rebrand that I want to do in the future. Just don't know. We'll see.
I have faith in you. I think you'll be able to figure it out. Like, I don't know. I think it's good to like really think about it before you make the change, and then you'll feel good about it.
I've been thinking about it for a while. And now that like, if you don't know, my husband is a loin moistener. He doesn't stream as much, and so I feel like it's time to kind of separate our Twitch couple life. Like, we're still gonna be a Twitch couple. We're just not gonna have liver and onions. Oh God. Yeah, a lot of people came up with stuff, and I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, I definitely think you could do some creative things with Liv. Just like finding one that's not already taken.
Yeah. D-Box, my wife wants to know what that pink plush is behind you. Okay, so this is, which way is it? This is a hat. I can put it on. I got it off of Amazon for like $10. And it's a bunny hat, and it like does this. And I use it on stream sometimes because I have a reward, like a channel point redemption for it. So that's what that is.
So cute.
It was literally so cheap. I just keep it right there.
Yeah. I feel like didn't you already say that somebody has like Call Me Liv, or you can call me Liv as a name?
Yes, I was so upset. I looked up like just call me Liv, just call me Livy, and it's already taken, like on Twitter. And these accounts are like so old, from like 2000 something. I'm like, come on, just get rid of inactive accounts.
You should DM them, ask how much money they want for their handle.
Yeah, 25 gifted subs coming at ya.
Well, we can go ahead and jump into the questions. Pretty excited to see if I learn anything new about you today.
I hope so.
Okay. We'll start, I think, I don't really know if there's like a way to do this, but we'll ease in. So the first question today is, what is your cell phone wallpaper?
Like both of them?
Yeah, I mean, either or both, if you feel comfortable sharing.
I will. My camera's not too good, so you probably won't be able to see it, but my My lock screen is of Sam and I. Oh yeah, so you can't even see that. It's
I
at our
love
wedding.
that picture.
Yeah, it's a wedding picture. And like whenever I have a lock screen, I try to make it so that I can actually see the time. Like, because I used to not be able to ever see the time. Like, I don't know. And then my other screen is of Princess Diana. Because I love her. And she's just making like a little silly cute face.
That's
awesome. I love that face that she makes. Because I love Princess Diana. So that's mine. I've actually had the Princess Diana one on my phone for at least, I would say 3 years. I've never really changed it.
Oh wow, that's
cool. I just love her, and she's always just been there. But I have quite frequently changed my lock screen, but not since I got married. So that's what that is.
Nice.
It's just Sam and I.
Very cute. Very cute.
What about you?
Mine is also a wedding picture.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull it up without notifications. It's this picture. I don't know if it'll focus. There it is. It's us.
Aww.
Literally like a second after we were officially married. Super happy. So yeah. But I agree. It's important to find a picture that you can make sure you can still see the time well.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's a struggle sometimes.
Yeah.
And I like that you have 2 different pictures for your home and your lock screen, because I usually just go with the same. So
yeah, I don't know. I normally my inside picture is of something that has nothing to do with me. Like I used to make it quotes all the time, but then I just became obsessed with Princess Diana, and she's been there ever since. And
awesome.
I just love her.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. What is your best scar story?
So I actually only have 2 scars. I don't know if that's like a normal thing. I mean, unless you count stretch marks, and I have like thousands, but I don't know what you count.
No, I would say scars, like actual injury.
Yeah, okay. Mental scars, yeah, it's the same taco. Then I definitely have millions,
right?
For sure.
Same.
So I don't know which one's better. I'll just say both of them because they're not like, okay, so I have one on my chin, actually. No one ever sees it, obviously, because I'm not ever showing people my chin. But my mom doesn't remember whose is who because my brother and I both have a scar on our chin. One of us hit the bathtub sink, like the faucet.
Oh,
like, yeah. Like one time we were taking a bath. I think that was me. But my mom swears it was my brother. But then the other one was one of us fell off the bed because we were playing the monkey game, whatever. How does it go? One fell off and bumped his head. Yeah. We were actually playing that, and then one of us did fall and bump our freaking chin. And then I have another one actually on my eyebrow, which I'm very self-conscious about. No one ever really notices it except for me. But I have one on my eyebrow, and my eyebrow hair like doesn't grow. And so it's like, it's just very weird. Like, you'll never notice it unless you meet me in person. So I'll have to show you sometime. But I got that scar because I guess this one is funnier. I was at a friend's house and she asked me to sleep over. And I was like, heck yeah, like I'll sleep over. And my mom happened to be there because I think she was picking me up. And so I ran downstairs. And as I was running, I fell and I hit the countertop, like just face first.
Oh my god.
Eyebrow right into the countertop. Yeah, and it was, my mom said she took me home because we lived across the street from this person's house, and my dad was like, she's fine, she doesn't need stitches, and it was like a gaping hole.
Oh my god.
One of my mom's best friends is a nurse, and she lived down the street, so she took me down there, and she's like, oh yeah, she needs to get stitches, like, let's go.
Oh.
Yeah.
How old were you when that happened?
I want to say I was 5. Yeah, because I
Okay.
hadn't moved, because I lived back in Springfield at this time. So yeah, I think I was 5. And my mom's best friend actually took out the stitches in her house.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
have a vivid memory of that. Like, I was sitting on the countertop screaming while she took these stitches out of my eyebrow.
Yikes.
It was rough, but yeah, I actually don't have that many scars. Like, I've never broken a bone. Nothing. I think it's because I'm very anxious and I never do anything. So
Yeah, it's the mental scars. It's the mental scars that we've racked up. Yeah, yeah. I'm the same. Never broken a bone. I don't have a lot of scars. I don't even know if I have any. Like, honestly, like acne scars on my back. Which
oh my
is
god, I
disgusting.
have like a few. Do you want to know what helps with acne scars though?
I've heard like
Have you-
lemon juice.
That does help, but have you ever tried witch hazel?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It works really well, and I honestly could tell you, I used to have a lot of scars from acne in high school, and I started using oh god, I don't even know what it's called. It's like the witch hazel that everybody has.
Yeah.
I have like no scars.
Okay.
And like even now, like even if I pick at something, I don't get scars anymore.
That's good to
So
know.
highly recommend. Highly recommend.
Do you pick at your skin a lot with your anxiety?
Honestly, that is the one thing I don't do. As a kid, I used to actually pluck my eyebrows and my hair. So that's what I used to do as a kid. Like, yeah, you have some people that pick at your skin, pick at your fingernails. I literally plucked out my hair, but I don't do that anymore. So now I just like fidget with my hands, and like sometimes I'll like play with my eyelashes. I don't know. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing a wig, because I'm bald. I have no hair.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I literally can relate. Like, I definitely am a skin picker, and yeah, it's just
Yeah, I only ever pick my acne when I'm like, why is this not going away? And it's huge. But honestly, luckily, I don't really get that much acne anymore. So hopefully it stays that way. Because as a kid, that was not fun for me.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a chickenpox either. Why are we like the same person?
Who knows? Who knows?
Literally, my dad never had a chickenpox either.
Yeah. Does he get the shingles vaccine?
I know he didn't get the chickenpox vaccine.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't think you can get the shingles vaccine unless you... I don't know how it works, but I know that he's fine. That's all I know. Except my mom told me that he's fine, so...
Well, that's good.
It is! Yes, lady, it is. I never know how to say it. Trichotillomania. I'm a psychology. I have my bachelor's in psychology, so we did learn about that. I was just never diagnosed with it because my mom never took me to get diagnosed. She was just like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
But no, I definitely do think I had that because I picked all my eyelashes out. I picked it, like, I had like a huge bald spot in my head for like a year. Yeah, it was weird. But I was in 3rd grade, so. But yeah, it is a diagnosed disorder. But I never had it diagnosed, that is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
We love childhood trauma.
gotta love it. Gotta love it. All right.
Getting off topic already. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was just gonna segue. Speaking of trauma.
Oh God.
As soon as I read this question, I was like, this is perfect. So the question is, the barista tells you to enjoy your coffee and you say, you're welcome. How long do you think about that?
My whole life.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, I really think I would think about it for a whole day. Like, I think I would do it, and then I'd be like, oh my God, I'm really embarrassed. And then I would go on with my day, and then as I'm laying in bed at night, I'd be like, wow, I'm a legit idiot.
Yeah, wakes you up in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Like,
and then like 10 years from now, I'll think about it.
Oh yeah, Brandon says that question's never been asked. I didn't remember it. I haven't watched all the 21 questions interviews, but I didn't remember it being asked, and I was like, oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Oh,
again, I'm the same way. Like,
It honestly depends on the person as well. Like, if I think the person's like pretty or handsome, it makes it even worse. Like, not like say like, oh, if it's an ugly person, but like if I'm like intimidated by them, I'm like, ooh, now I feel really dumb.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's life, though. You know, you just gotta deal with it.
It is.
Maybe they were having their own cup of coffee in the back, so I told them to enjoy it. You know,
Right.
like...
Exactly. Yeah. I think I've gotten better with that over time. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it sticks with me as long. But definitely.
I don't care about ugly mofos. It's because I'm an ugly mofo, right?
Yeah, it's that can be rough, but you know, I feel like sometimes I just tell myself they didn't notice.
Yeah, that's true. But they definitely did.
They did.
They're probably that fucking idiot. Oh well.
I know. Well, and the thing is, you know how you know? Because like, if the situation was reversed, then I'd be like, guess what this ugly person said? No. I'd be like, I told this bitch to have a good day, and she said, you're welcome.
I mean, honestly, some people probably keep track, honestly. Like, think about how many jobs probably do that. Like, when they're like, enjoy your meal, you too.
Oh, yeah,
that's
you're
the
right.
fifth one a day. That's the fifth one, guys.
Yeah, I mean, if they're bored at work, that's definitely something you would do if you're bored at work.
For sure. Faux show.
For sure. Yeah. Also, this is way off topic, but it just reminds me, like, speaking of like those awkward interactions. So in high school, there was like this guy that I was like kind of starting to talk to, but we were both super socially awkward.
Yep.
And it was one of those things where like you can't have two really socially awkward people. Like that's why me and Brandon work so well together, because he's extroverted and outgoing and very comfortable around people, and I'm very anxious and overthinking and not.
You always have to have one significant other that doesn't have mental illness. It just doesn't work if you both do.
Exactly.
Like, I wouldn't say Sam is too introverted. Like, he definitely has his moments where he's pretty shy, but he does not have anything wrong in that brain at all.
Yeah.
Like, he just goes with the flow, dude. He's like literally one time he was like, you don't have time to have anxiety right now. We gotta go do this. I was like, oh.
I feel like I've definitely heard that line before.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yep. But yeah, anyway, so I was talking to this guy in high school. We were both super awkward. We had a really, really awkward interaction saying goodbye at the end of the day. And this was almost pre-texting. So it was flip phone. Texting was a thing, but like you were like, oh, but like I don't have unlimited texting, so like I can't send too many messages. And so he called me and left a voicemail, and literally he was like, hi, and like it was the most awkward voicemail. I still have it saved. I still have it on my phone. Please. On every phone that I've had.
Please share it now.
I can't. I feel like I'm going to hell if I do. But I still have it saved. It's from 2008. And anytime like somebody tells me, oh, nobody remembered that awkward thing you did, I'm like, well, I saved a voicemail from someone who did something awkward in 2008, so I don't believe that for 1 second.
No, now you're making me have anxiety. I can't believe that. I also can't believe it because you want to know why? I did the same fucking thing. I literally had, and I only recently got rid of it maybe like 3 years ago because none of my shit backed up, and then my voicemail wasn't working, so I had to delete everything. But I literally had voicemail from my ex-boyfriend in 8th grade. And he called me and he's like, I'm out in the rain right now and I'm walking because we had broken up and he was all upset and he was like telling me about how his grandpa was dying and shit. And I literally just thought it was the funniest thing, so I kept it the whole time and I got rid of it a couple years ago. So I'm not gonna lie, I've done the same exact thing, but I don't have it. But I really want to hear that voicemail now.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel bad because he says his name and I don't want to expose anybody.
Oh, his like his full name?
No, not his full name. He just has his first name. But I don't want to dig up old.
Apparently we've all saved voicemails that we thought were funny, and now I feel less weird.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for sharing, lady, and Liv, because. But then again,
it's so funny though that you still have it. Like 2008. I love that.
Yeah, I just like it always just transferred over whenever I changed my phones, and it made me laugh, I just kept it.
Yeah, no, it does transfer over, and I think the reason I got rid of mine was because something was wrong with my voicemail, and I wasn't getting voicemails, and so I had to delete them. I had to refresh my whole thing, and I was like, bye.
Yep.
That's so funny. I can't. I love that.
Yeah, so crazy stuff.
The anxiety lives on.
It does. It really does. Okay, since we're throwing it back to high school.
Oh God.
What was in your high school locker?
Good question. I don't fucking know. I am not gonna lie when I say I hated high school. So I feel like I honestly don't remember too much about it because it's very traumatic for me. Oh God, it's a whole story. I could go on for a whole day. But I really think the only thing I had in my high school locker were my books. And then Sam would give me little knickknacks. So Sam and I started dating our sophomore year of high school. So we pretty much knew each other our whole high school, or at least half our high school career. And so he would give me like little knickknacks. Like I remember, I actually remember he gave me a blue ball. It was just like a plastic blue ball, and I just kept it in there because I couldn't reach it because I had a top locker. And so he just would put shit up there because he knew I couldn't get to it. And so then he also gave me a little football. And then something really funny is that back here, right up top where my finger is, I have a little turtle. Mm-hmm. I had that in my locker as well. I don't even know why I have it out right now. I think it's because my mom found it and she brought it over and I just stuck it up there. But like, I didn't have like pictures or anything. Like I honestly just had my books and that was it. And then I don't know if anyone else ever did this, but like, if you put a piece of paper in your locker, you wouldn't have to like use the code to get it open. So then people would just stick random shit in the locker sometimes. Yeah. Like I'm not kidding you, like one time someone put like a dirty napkin.
Ew. Wait, why?
I don't know. And then I'm not gonna lie, and I still don't know who this was to this day, but my freshman year, I think it was my friends because they were bitches, but they would write me love letters, and I thought it was my boyfriend at the time, and then I found out it wasn't because then they started getting like really fucking weird and saying like they would like watch me at my house. And so then I knew it was a joke, and I still don't know who it was to this day, but they would write stupid ass letters to me so that like I know people knew that I would like leave my locker like that because I hated typing in my code because I was so bad at it. I was not a mean girl. I was bullied. Why are you bullying me? I was a mean girl my freshman year. That was it. Not gonna lie, I had a moment where I was a mean girl, but that was it.
Were you a mean girl in middle school? Like, is that what it was? You were like mean girl in middle school, and then...
Here's how I describe my friendship. Think of the movie Mean Girls. I am the dumb blonde. Literally. I was like the nice person, but I got fed into that group, so people just automatically thought Because I remember I had a guy, we were at a festival, and I had a guy come up to me because everyone was on the ride and we decided to stay off. And he was like, why do you hang out with them? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you are not like them. You're too nice to hang out with them. I was like, oh, I was offended. Because I thought he was saying I was like, because I will say, like, I was always like the bigger girl. Like, all of my friends were always a size smaller than I was. So I thought he was being mean. So I was really offended. And then I look back on it and I'm like, wow, he was actually being nice. But yeah, I did not have good friendships. That's why I don't really like high school. But there's some things that I guess I remember if I really think about it hard. Like the locker.
Yeah. I like that you still have stuff that you kept in your locker. That's pretty crazy.
I don't have anything else besides that turtle.
What happened?
And the only
what happened to the blue ball?
I really think it's somewhere in storage and memories. I bet you I could find it, but I'm not gonna go look for it right now.
Yeah.
What about you? What was in your locker? What was your high school life like?
So, same, like, as far as not really, I don't want to say, like, it wasn't bad, but it was more of, like, I just got through it. Like, I wouldn't say it was bad, but it's definitely not a time where I'm like, oh, the good old days. Like, no, like, I was very type A. School really stressed me out. I was a procrastinator, but I was also, like, a perfectionist. So I would save everything to the last minute and then stay up late crying, trying to get my work done. And then I would get good grades, and then I would repeat the cycle over again.
Yeah.
Not always good grades. Like, sometimes I would really screw myself over. But it was just,
I understand.
Yeah, and socially, I had one best friend. We were not, like, think of us like we were loners, but, like, we were pairs. So, like,
yeah.
We only hung out with each other. We combined our lockers at one point.
Aww.
So we decided to share a locker. I don't think it was allowed, but we did it anyway.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I just stopped going to my locker and started using her locker. And that way, like, in between classes, like, that was our meetup spot. So
I love that, though.
Yeah, and we also used to pass notes. Like, we would leave notes for each other in our locker. We had an emergency chapstick that we kept in there, except for I was really germophobic, so she was the only person who used it because I didn't want to share a chapstick.
Understandable.
And yeah, I mean, I don't really know if we kept anything. I remember the chapstick that I never used because it grossed me out. And I don't really think we kept anything else in there besides, like I said, we would, like, leave each other, like, notes and, like, just inside jokes and stuff. I think that's it. But
I love the fact that you did that because you would meet up at your locker. Like, Sam and I never did that because he was so far down because my last name started with an R and his was completely different. So, but I will say I did have a best friend whose last name also started with an R, and so I would see her a lot. Like, we didn't share lockers, but our lockers were always next to each other.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm still, like, pretty good friends with that friend of mine. She lives out in Colorado now, so we don't see each other much, but we do still talk pretty regularly. And we definitely, like, have, like, things that we reminisce on as far as, like, inside jokes, but it was more of, like, jokes that we made up to get ourselves through high school rather than, like, actual things that were happening that we were, like, reminisce about. It's more of, like, the, like, stupid jokes that we made up again just to survive.
I feel that. I did invite my best friend from high school to my wedding.
Oh, no.
But I don't really talk to her. And the only reason I invited her to the wedding was because she introduced Sam and I.
Aww.
Yeah, and so, like, we still wish each other, like, a happy birthday and stuff, but, like, we just had a really bad falling out. But I don't not like her. It's just we just don't talk. Like, she went to college in Kentucky, and now she lives in, oh God, I think it's Arizona. So just no way to really keep up.
Yeah.
I don't know. And
hard.
it's hard, but yeah, I do have one person I would consider somewhat of a friend from high school, but everybody else really screwed me over.
Yeah.
So I was ready to get out and go to college.
Yeah.
I was booking it. I was running.
For sure. Yeah. I definitely don't have. I have like I can count on one hand like a few other people that I keep in touch with, almost like that I know from high school, but we almost like became better friends after high school.
Yeah, I've noticed it a lot with a lot of people.
But definitely not like a group of high school friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Here's the thing is that a lot of friendships tend to grow outside of high school because you change.
Right.
There's a lot of people who I know who are friends now who were not friends in high school because they were completely different. But now they're grown up. Like they have different morals, ideas, and all that stuff. So I totally get that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Someone, CMDR Wolf 2020 asks, what is the dumbest thing you've seen / heard in high school? I agree with Common Core math. I mean, we didn't have that. Is the question what we've seen when we were in high school, or that's in high school now?
I'm assuming when we were in high school. I don't know. Like, my high school was known for, like... Okay, just wait. Okay, first off, our mascot is Tommy the Trojan. Like, Trojan condoms.
I was gonna say so many condom jokes. Like, how can you do that to high schoolers?
There were condoms everywhere. There were roaches everywhere. People were having sex in the bathrooms. There was a girl who used a brush to do her thing in class. I mean, it was just... And I would see fights all the time. Like, and like, I don't, like, my school, it wasn't a bad school. It was just kids that didn't know their way. And, you know, we're a little horny in class. Oh my God. I would always see people making out.
In class?
Hallway. In the hallway.
Okay.
I mean, man, it was something. Condoms, blue balls, brushes, used for masturbation, the roaches. I love high school. You know, Wolf, I don't know. Okay,
you asked.
I went to high school from 2011 to 2015. So times probably have changed a little bit, but
wait, you are younger than me. I graduated in 2011. Yeah.
I didn't know you were 4 years older than me.
I guess I am.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm about to be 28.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm 24. But I thought you were 26. I swear I heard Brandon say you were 26.
I mean, I was when you started streaming.
Okay,
that was like 2 years ago.
True. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I never remember how old I am, but now I know how he feels because he and I are 4 years apart. And so same thing, like his graduation year was the year I started high school, and he's always like, I feel so old. So now I know.
Okay. No, I love that. It's funny because his parents are like 9 years apart, and my parents are only a year apart. And so really all I've ever known was like dating somebody within your age range. And here's the funny thing is that I always had crushes on my brother's friends, and my brother's only 15 months older than I. And so, but I never ended up dating anybody older or younger than me. I have only ever dated people who are my age. Isn't that weird? Like, now I'm thinking about that. That's so weird. I talk to guys
like,
who are older than me, but I never dated them. That's so funny that I'm thinking about that now. So weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's that weird, but I will say, like, my parents are 5 years apart, and then Brandon and I are 4 years apart. So
yeah,
definitely a trend there, but I don't know.
You're not 69. Bro, if you were 69 and I showed up at that taco place, I'd be so confused.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lady Shania graduated in 14. Look at that. We are almost high school twinsies. Nice. No more age talk, please. I'm sorry.
What game is Lady talking about?
I finished the game.
Well,
Probably.
I only ever finished 2 games in my life, so it's
I was
either.
gonna say, it's Life is Strange.
Okay.
Because Detroit Become Human doesn't have a second one.
Process of elimination. I love that you know the 2 video games that I've played in my life.
Well, it's funny because you mentioned Life is Strange to me. I think Brandon told me about Detroit Become Human because I've always wanted to play. I have it. I just haven't played it yet.
I mean, I think that'll hold a special place in my heart because it's the first game that I ever played all the way through.
I know.
But like, I think about it all the time, and like, I want to go. Like, when I first played it all the way through, I was like, oh my gosh, like I want to go back and like do all the possible outcomes.
Yes.
And then, yeah, and I haven't unlocked everything, but then like I kind of, you know, got sick of playing through the same scenes over and over again.
Yes.
So I just kind of like put it away for a while, but like I'll definitely come back to it. But
you should.
I
would love that. I was the same way with Until Dawn. Until Dawn's a very similar game. It's just like a horror game. I have played that game at least 5 times, try to get different endings. It's just I love the different endings aspect. It's cool how fate is truly in your hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's taking my PS4 and her new girl gang. Wait, you have a girl gang?
I do. So we've decided because our new place has like it's not considered a bedroom, but it's like a study or like den area that's gonna be Brandon's stream room. And and we want to like keep the second bedroom open as like an extra bedroom if we have anyone come to stay or whatever. So I decided to put my my office stuff in the living room, but that second room, like, it's gonna be kind of a multi-purpose area. So that's gonna be, I keep calling it my gaming room.
Do it. I love it.
But it'll be like, you know, just for hanging out. I'll have like my workout stuff in there. Have the PlayStation in there, bookshelf, just like kind of a chill girl room.
Aw,
so,
that'll be so nice.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. But yeah, Detroit Become Human, it took over my life for a little bit.
I'm sure. Yeah, you get addicted to some of the games. Seriously.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Good.
Yeah. All right. We got a lot more questions. I knew this would happen.
Yeah, same. It's fine.
Okay, let's see. We did what was in your high school locker. If you were a potato, what way would you like to be cooked?
Okay, I love this because I got asked the same question last week. So I already know what I'm gonna say.
Yay.
I would like to be twice baked.
Ooh.
And stuffed. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. But seriously, I love twice baked stuffed potatoes. Like, I love them. Oh, it's so good. So good. I would be any potato though.
I saw what Brandon said. We gotta blow up. Get it. Get in the plane. I read.
Plan B.
We gotta get the plan B.
I can't. Gotta get that plan B, baby. Gotta get stuffed. Okay, but for real, how would you be as a potato?
Oh man. I don't know. My instinct is to say my instinct was to say tater tot.
Oof, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Tater tots are very, you know, you can do a lot of things with them. I'm
just gonna go with it, yeah. I'm just gonna go with
it.
Okay,
when do you, the real question is, when do you eat tater tots? Like, do you use it for like breakfast, or do you use it for like nachos, or like...
Well, that's why I think I love them so much. But then I'm like, I don't know if I would want to be a tater tot or if I just love tater tots.
Chopped up in little pieces, yeah.
Because you can have them with breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You can like make a
Yeah.
casserole with them. You can dip them in all sorts of dips.
Yeah.
They got that crispy on the outside, soft on the inside.
I love tater tots. Yes, I agree.
But again, I don't know how that really relates to me. Besides the fact that tater tots are just great and I want to be great.
I mean, that's how I am with the stuffed potato.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For sure.
Good question. Good question.
Okay. If you could eliminate one thing from your daily routine, what would it be and why?
My first thing that came to my mind was sleep.
Oh.
Because think about how much time you would gain if you never slept, but also would I be tired? Like if I knew that I didn't have to, if I wasn't tired, then yeah, no sleep. Because then I get like 6, 7, 8 hours of my day back into doing what I want.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was tired, then we'll just say not sleep.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll just go with it. I would give up sleep because I want my 8 hours back.
Interesting. Yeah, I can definitely respect that. But I like sleeping. I mean,
I love sleeping.
I just feel like as a person with anxiety, like it's the one time that like
isn't anxious.
Yeah, like it's the one time that my brain can rest, like truly.
I agree.
And even then I have fucked up dreams.
Yes,
so
yeah.
So, I don't know. Part of me agrees with that, like that it would be cool to get that time back, but then part of me is like, you know what? I like that there's, set amount of hours where I'm just not overthinking stuff.
That's true. That's very true. Now I'm rethinking it, but now I can't change my answer.
I mean, you can, but you don't have to.
All right, what would you do then?
A lot of people in the chat said work, like they would eliminate work from their day.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, that would probably be mine, because then, like, again, it all depends on like what the conditions are. Like if you could still get paid but not work, and if you could not sleep but not be tired,
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, yes.
No, I get that. For sure I would choose work if I knew I was like financially stable.
Right.
But like the same thing with sleep. If I knew like I would never be tired.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine life if you were never tired? Wow. What a life. What a life.
Yeah,
I wake up and I'm like, I'm ready for bed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I know. All right. So, we were talking about this a little bit earlier, and this doesn't have to be streamer name, but if you had to pick a new name for yourself, what would you pick?
Oh, Rita. You're getting me here. It's funny that you asked this because you know how I felt about changing my last name.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking that.
I hate change. Like, I hate change. I mean, honestly, if I could change my name, I would just change it to, like, Liv. Like, everybody just calls me Liv. But, like, if I had to really choose a name, this is hard. Like, I don't even know what I want to name my own kids. Like, I've never, like, we've talked about it maybe once.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh my god. Okay, you go first. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, like, same thing here. Like, we've talked about it. A lot of thought went into how I was gonna change my name when we got married. So I would not pick a new name because I very carefully, strategically thought out how. So I have my first name. I have 2 middle names because I have my my middle name, like my given middle name is Danielle, but then my mom's maiden name is a second middle name. So I have 2 middle names, and then I have my maiden name, and I have Brandon's last name.
I didn't know you had 2 middle names.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I have 5 names total.
Yeah.
And I just really didn't want to give up any single one of them, and I got married, and I didn't have to, so I didn't. But that being said, like, because I put so much thought into it, I don't think I would change it. The only thing I will say is that when I was little, so my middle name Danielle, my first middle name, I for a while was on this kick of I wanted everybody to call me Danny.
Okay.
So
yeah,
and it didn't stick. It didn't work. I like.
It didn't work. No one wanted to call you Danny.
Nobody wanted to call me Danny. It's just
Danny.
But and I don't feel that way anymore. Like I feel very much my name, but
yeah,
when I was little, that is what I wanted my name to be, was Danny. I thought it was much cooler than Rita.
I love the name Rita though.
Me too. Like I've grown to love it more and more as I've gotten older.
Yeah. No, I was the same way with Olivia. I mean, my parents were gonna name me Madeline, which thank God they didn't, because I've always had horrible interactions with people named Maddie. Except for like one Maddie. So I would always be like, well, why did you name me Madeline? Blah, blah, blah. But then I realized, like, here's the thing about my name is back when I was born, the name Olivia was not popular. And so growing up, I swear to you, I never had anybody in my class named Olivia except for one girl, and she was never even in my classes. And I was friends with her for a bit.
But isn't that kind of nice? Like, I liked being the only Rita.
Yeah, no, I loved being the only Olivia, because then I never got confused, and people always knew who the Olivia was that they were talking about. So, like, if we can say the option of not changing our name, I would not. I really would not change my name, because I really had a hard time changing my last name. Like, I cried about it. I felt like I was losing part of my identity. I'm not it, and then I did it because time was a ticking, and I talked to you about it, but like none of my friends are married, and no one I know has ever hyphenated a name, so I just didn't know how to go about it. So I just was like, whatever, I guess I'm not doing it. But if I could go back, I would hyphenate my name for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you still could. You just have to like go to court, I think.
Yeah, but
yeah, it is definitely something that, like, I don't think you realize. I don't know, some people don't think about it very much, but for us overthinkers,
exactly,
it is something that I don't know, it is a big deal. Like it is a big deal. And people don't talk. I think people don't talk about it enough. Like
they don't.
I don't know. I feel like there are people who either just like change it because they feel like they have to, or I don't know, but I feel like you don't hear people talking about it, but then like when I asked other people about it, they're like, oh yeah, like I went through those same emotions too, like I know exactly what you're talking about. And I'm just like, oh, then why doesn't anybody ever talk about this?
Yeah. Also, Chillzilla, I love that you said that, though, because I'm not gonna lie, Sam went through the same thing. Like, he was upset with me when I said, like, oh, like, I'm gonna hyphenate our name. And he's like, well, why would you do that? What, blah, blah, blah. And that's, you wanna know why? Because that's the way we're all raised. Honestly. Like, I don't, like, my mom took my dad's last name, his mom did, and that's just the custom. But now people are like, honestly though, what is the point of even change? Like women, I don't think people realize how much, not even only women, but like now it's good because like the LGBTQ, and actually Rita talked to me about this. Like the reason why like hyphenations are like a thing is because of that community. And that's why I feel like it's getting talked about more, because back in the day when it was just like, because gay marriage only became legal in 2014, in the United States. So no one ever really talked about like the way women wanted to handle things, because it was just always this is the custom. But then I feel like once 2014 happened and a lot more names are getting hyphenated, it became talked about. But I still, like, I don't know anybody who has a hyphenated name except for Sam's cousin, who recently got married last October to his husband, and they have a hyphenated name. Like, I didn't know him well enough to be like, hi, how'd you go about doing that? So it was just like, I don't know, that's just the custom. And I don't even know how like different communities feel about, you know, like, how do you go about choosing some, like, one name or the other name? I don't know. It's so interesting to me, because I'm just such an unwilling person to change. So I did not want to change my name, and then I just decided to do it because it was just more of a hassle to not do it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Such a huge topic that
I know. We could do a whole stream about it.
I know. It's just... But I'm glad that Chillzilla said that, because Sam did have a hard time, and then he finally realized like where I was coming from, because like he was never gonna have to do that. Like he's a straight male. Like he wasn't gonna ever have to change his last name. But props to the men who do actually take their wives' names though. Like that cracks me up. I'm not gonna lie. Like, how do you even go about that conversation?
And you know what's crazy about it though is, well, I think it's different in different states, but at least in Ohio, like, I think if the woman wants to change her last name, she doesn't really have to, she just needs a marriage certificate. But if the guy wants to change his last name, it's like more of a hassle, because it's like not the common way, which is just even more infuriating to me.
It was such a huge... Yeah. It's such a hard process though for anybody. I mean, it took me months. One of my credit cards still says my old last name, because I'm just like, I'm too lazy. I'm just over it.
I will plug this site that I went through, this company called Hitch Switch. Have you ever heard of this?
That. Yeah, I did.
So this company, and there's like a couple different ones out there now, like it's definitely a growing like industry, I guess.
Yeah.
But this company called Hitch Switch that helps you basically streamline the name change process. So you pay like for a name change package, and you fill out your information online, and basically what they do is they just like send you all the forms that you need and a checklist of every place that you need to change it, and then they also give you access to like a person you can email if you have questions about the process. So that just made me feel like so much better about like what I needed to do, and just like I'm not alone, like, because my mom didn't change hers. My mom kept her maiden name, which is probably like why I also had strong feelings about it, because I like was exposed to the fact that there are options, you know, what to do. So I thought Hitch Switch was great though, but I haven't fully changed it everywhere. Oh wait, tacos saint.
That's so weird. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, for a guy, it's like so much more of a thing. So it just makes me mad. Did somebody Siri? Oh, my Siri's talking to me. I was like, I need Siri. Yeah. So that part is what gets me. Like, I think whatever like you want to do as an individual and as a couple, like, you should be able to do. But the fact that like legally it's like still basically all put on the woman, when not all marriages are, there might not even be a woman in the situation.
Exactly. No.
So yeah,
I've always been curious about like people who get married to multiple different people too, like legally. Like, how does that work as well? So many questions out there.
No idea.
Also, someone asked what the dumbest thing Kimbro has said, and I really am curious. I want to know.
The dumbest thing?
It's a hard question.
No. I'll have to think about that one.
Yeah, I don't know the dumbest thing Sam's ever said. I really don't.
Yeah, I feel like he doesn't say too many dumb things.
Aw, I was gonna say Sam says stupid shit every day, and I was. He doesn't.
Yeah, I really don't think he says dumb things. I feel like there's maybe. Oh, that's a good one. Rum and Coke. Yeah, he used to think that when people were saying rum and Coke, they were saying Roman Coke. He thought there was a drink called Roman Coke.
I mean, it's funny because if you did go to a bar and you said Roman Coke, they would just think you had an accent.
Right, exactly.
I get some rum and Coke.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't even call that dumb.
That's funny.
But
I like that.
yeah. All right. We have, oh man, we have a lot of questions left.
I'm sorry, I won't get off topic.
It's okay. It's okay. What would be much better if you could just change the color of it?
What a weird question.
I know. I thought it was super weird, which is why I picked it.
Could you imagine if the grass was like purple or something? Like, oh my god, that would be so weird though. I don't know what would be better if it had a different color. I don't know. I don't know. This is too hard for me. I can't use my brain power. Rita, I really don't know.
I mean, literally it could be anything. I would say don't think too hard about it.
There's thinking
no
poop.
right answer.
I was thinking
See, that's
poop,
a great answer.
But here's the thing is that poop can be all different colors.
I was gonna say poop does change colors.
It does change colors.
But I feel like it still would be better, like, if you could change it to prettier colors, right? Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe I'd like to say, like, the sky. I mean, the sky does change colors, but how cool would it be if, like, the sky really did change, like, colors throughout the day? Like not just at sunrise, sunset.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what if the sky was fucking purple just all day?
Yeah.
But then the sea color would be different. I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
Start fucking with nature and then
everything
gets all messed up.
Maybe I'll just say, if I could change one thing about nature though, I would like for the leaves to always be colorful. Like not just green.
Okay.
So I'll say that.
That's good. That answers the question. If you could just change the color of it, the leaves. Yeah.
Not just green all the time.
I like that.
What were you thinking?
So I was gonna say, Chillzilla said here, I was thinking the reverse. Chocolate shouldn't be poop color, and I was kind of going in the food direction too. Like, I think there are foods that would probably be better if they were different color. The thing that came to my mind was biscuits and gravy. I think biscuits and gravy are delicious, but the color, like, it looks disgusting. I don't know what color I would change it to though, because I think it's more of the texture. That's gross.
I love biscuits and gravy. Don't even get me started. I mean, have you ever seen, like, they made ketchup into different colors? Like, they made it purple.
I hated that.
Like,
I thought that was so gross.
But here's the thing is, what if ketchup was always purple and then we just never knew the difference? Like, would it really be that gross?
That's true.
I always wonder about that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, what if the grass was not green? What if it was purple? And then we were talking today and we're like, oh my god, what if the grass was green? Like, it's just...
Yeah.
I don't know. That stuff freaks me out.
Yeah. Biscuits and gravy needs a new color. But I just don't know what color would make it
brown.
better.
Not brown. We don't want brown slop. Ugh. I don't know. I get where you're coming from, though, but I can't think of a color either.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. So, this question... Oh, wait. I already asked that one. I was like, this one sounds a lot like another one. It's because I already asked it, so that's why. Okay. This one, which is a word that you particularly can't stand the sound of? And before you answer, I specifically picked this one because I know that a lot of people hate the word moist, but you have the name moist in your name. So I want to know what word you can't stand the sound of.
It's funny that you mentioned this because I can't remember who I was talking. I think it was when I was on the Rod Sparkles stream and we were all eating and I was talking about gross shit. And people were like, oh, stop. And I was like, I never get like, I don't care. So I really don't know. Like, okay. I will say the word that I don't, and I cuss a lot. But the one word that I don't like is like the C word.
That's what I was gonna say.
You know what I'm talking about.
That's literally what I was gonna say.
Really?
Yeah.
I only, and you know I'm pissed when I use that word.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm pissed, I will use that word. But if I hear someone call me that, I'm like offended. That's like the only word that honestly I will say gets offended. And I've had people call me that on stream and I'm like, that's so funny though that you said that.
Yeah, that's literally, as soon as you were like, there's one word and it's a swear word, like that's immediately what came to my mind too. Like,
yeah. One of my friends hates the P word for women. She always talks about it, so I always say it. She's like, I hate you. I won't say it though, because I know you guys are trying to be a family-friendly stream, so I won't say it.
Here,
I think I've only used the F word once tonight, unless I maybe said it a couple times. I think I've only said it once though, so props to me.
No, just let it all out. Just let it all out. Yeah, I agree with that word. I'm trying to think if there's like a non-swear word that I don't like the sound of. To be honest, moist doesn't really bother me like it bothers some people.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't. I was gonna say, honestly, not a lot of words do. I mean, yeah. I told y'all I was getting banned from Twitch.
Yeah.
Nah, you Gucci. You Gucci.
Okay. What did you want to be when you were young? Like, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Yeah. So I actually did want to be, when I was really little, I always said I wanted to be a doctor. Because my grandma has this whole story of how I couldn't say doctor, so I would say gawker.
Aww.
She'd be like, I'm gonna be a gawker. It's one of my best friends heard the story from my grandma, and she always fucking says that to me, and I'm like, please stop. Gawker. It sounds like a horrible word.
It does, but it's so cute.
I know. But then as I got a little bit older, I always said that I was going to be a veterinarian. Did actually want to be a veterinarian for a while. And then when I told my mom about it, she kind of discouraged me. He was going to go and be a veterinarian. And, you know, you kind of don't realize that you're dealing with dying animals. And, like, that's very hard. And so, yeah, I definitely wanted to be a veterinarian for a really long time, like as a kid and throughout like my very young teenage middle school. So always have wanted to be helping something. Mm-hmm. So now I help people. But when I was younger, I definitely wanted to help animals.
That's awesome.
But changed my mind because I did not want to have to deal with dying animals and putting animals to sleep. And it's just props to veterinarians because I definitely couldn't do it. I can barely handle what I do now.
That's gotta be hard. Like, I never really thought about that. And I'm sure so many people that go into it are animal lovers.
Oh, exactly.
So,
I mean, you have to be an animal lover. You have to be an animal lover, but you also have to have the guts to do it. I mean, and you're not even just dealing with dying dogs. I mean, you're dealing with, you know, a hawk that got hit by a car. Like, people bring in so many weird animals, and sometimes you might not even be able to help the animal because you don't know anything about it. Like, when I got a bunny, I had to take my bunny to a specialized exotic veterinarian. Isn't that hilarious? Like, a bunny is exotic.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah.
But What about you? What'd you want to be?
I would say, well, for a long time, I wanted to be a mom. Like, I would just say, I want to be a mom.
Yeah.
And then I, like, grew up and became an angry feminist. I mean, I still want to be a mom, but, like, there was a period of time there where I was like, what was I thinking?
Same, literally.
And a singer or an actress, like, those were both on the table for a bit. A writer.
Yes. Yep.
Like,
I
maybe
did want
even
to be a writer.
Journalist.
Yep. Yeah.
So, and then definitely, like, as I got older, definitely started to, like, want to be more in the helping professions. I thought about social work for a little bit, and then ended up now, for those who don't know, a dietitian. So, still a healthcare helping profession. So.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If you were a social worker, we could have been working together, babe.
I know. I know.
It's so hard, though. I don't recommend it. I mean, I recommend it if you are able to handle it, but it's definitely hard work, for sure.
That's the thing. I mean, similar to like animal lovers becoming vets, like people with a lot of empathy go into helping professions, but then like you really need to like work on your own boundaries and stuff, or you just burn out.
Exactly.
You just feel the feelings for people, and then you just can't sustain that for a long time. So
there's definitely cases that I will never take, for sure. And you can set that boundary for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was talking to my supervisor, and she said she will not work with anybody who like abuses animals.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that. Like, so it's just, I get it. It's hard, but every job has its downfall and its benefits. So whatever you decide to do, like, you're gonna have something you hate, but you're also gonna have something that you love.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
I know that Super asked something, but Kimbro said for me or for he's like, is that question for both of us, Super? He said if you guys had to go through one manufacturer to help be. I don't fucking know anything about that. Some sort of bunny manufacturer.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably just say I'm probably just gonna say Toyota because my family's like hardcore Toyota.
Oh my god.
Owners.
My mom just got a Toyota, and it is the nicest damn car I've ever been in my life. Yeah. Oh my god. I literally said I hope I can someday afford that because it's like so nice. I was like, wow.
What kind of Toyota? Do you know? Is it like an SUV? Or
no? I can ask her though. I'll text her.
Do you know? It's probably like a RAV4 or like a Highlander. Would be my guess. But anyway, yeah. So I would say Toyota just because I know like people who know what they're talking. Like I've always driven Toyotas. My family has always driven them. I know people who like know what they're talking about, say that they're reliable.
Yeah.
So
I have a Chevy, and I don't think it's been a horrible car. I really only had one problem with it. So I can't dog on Chevy, but is Chevy the best? Hell no. But I also like Subaru. Mm-hmm. My brother and my mom used to have a Subaru. Now Sam owns a Subaru. And I like Subaru too. They just have a good motto. Like they do. Like,
I know. I was gonna say I like their commercials. They get me.
Yeah, they do. They're so sweet. Yes, I do want a bunny manufacturer to build my.
Oh no, people have been redeeming dabs. Oh no. Okay, how many dabs do I have to do?
I'll do them with you. But you have to go. Oh, I didn't even do it because I couldn't fucking see you.
I dabbed 3 times.
There you go. That should be enough. Also, yes, Poe, I'll go through Amazon. I'll support you.
I don't even...
Jazzercise!
Jabbersize! No? Anybody? Is this thing on?
Jab! I hate you.
Okay. Would you rather have 100 friends that you weren't super close to, or 2 best friends that knew everything about you and you knew everything about them?
2.
Easy.
Easy quals, as he would say. I mean, come on though. You want to have genuine friendships. I mean, it's the same question. Would you rather have 100 viewers, or would you rather have 5 active people who are talking in your chat? 5. I'm not. If I had 100 viewers and nobody was talking to me, I'd feel so lonely. So lonely. So same goes with that. Like, I'd rather have 2 friends I know I can rely on.
Agreed.
Oh, bitch. Bye. You're having a mental crisis. Bye. Like, oh, okay. Bye.
Look at...
Highlight message. Most wanted dog breed and why?
Wait.
I've always wanted a French Bulldog. But after learning about the care of French Bulldogs, I don't want one. But I do want one because I think they're cute. So I will say French Bulldog, but if they were less maintenance, 100%.
They're really cute.
They are. I just love them.
I have a
They're
friend.
so squishy.
I have a friend who has a French Bulldog named Donuts, and she's the cutest thing ever.
Oh,
Just like,
stop.
Yeah.
Donuts.
So cute. So
What about you? What dog are you and your boo getting?
Oh man. I don't know. We don't even have dogs on the brain right now. I mean, it's definitely like it's not a never thing. We both like dogs. Like, I think if we were to get a pet, we probably would get a dog.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We haven't really talked about, I mean, I would say definitely like medium-sized dog, like not super big, I mean, to be honest, like I actually really like big dogs, but I know that they like often have a lot of health problems and stuff.
Yep.
So
Wolf said I didn't get an answer about what is the weirdest game Kimbro has played.
Game, like video game? Or
I think so.
I wouldn't say, he doesn't really play weird video games. He plays like really basic ones.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And it's not like you would know anyway, because you haven't really ever played games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a hard question for you.
I tried to play one that he ended up playing for me because it was too hard for me and it was weird. It was called Outer Wilds.
Outer World?
Not Outer World, Outer Wilds.
Huh. I have no idea. I'm not really a gamer. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really know any games, so I have no idea. I feel like I've heard of it. Something. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's like this cool outer space alien game that...
Yeah, I think I've heard of it. So maybe it is called that and I just didn't know.
Yeah.
I think Sam played it.
Really?
Sam has played every damn game in this whole world.
Well,
I would say Ark. Ark is such a weird game to me.
I don't know what that is.
It's a dinosaur game. Yeah, he loves dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Astronomer? Are you an astronomer in the Outer Wilds?
You are part of an alien... You're part of an alien race, and you're like trying to solve these puzzles, but you like you don't really find out. There's no like tutorial. It's like you're supposed to just like explore and like figure it out, and that's too advanced for me. That's
how Darkwood was for me. I had no idea what I was doing in that game. No idea. I would just go out and I would come back at nighttime and all these scary creatures would come and get me and I'd be like, what the frick is going on? And so I stopped playing it because I didn't know what to do. Had no guide, nothing. Just go out and figure it out. And I looked it up one time, and apparently I messed up. So I was like, I'm not even playing this game anymore. Over it. Oh well.
Yeah. It seems like a cool game, but
it's not for everybody for sure.
Yeah.
There's games out there that only a select, community can play. Never finished it, Poe. Never did. I probably never will. Because I looked it up, Poe. I looked it up, and apparently I killed somebody that I was never supposed to kill because that's how, like, you beat the game, and I killed him. So I was like, what the fuck? No point! There's no point! I got so mad. Anyway, next question.
Okay, what was the last show that you binge watched?
I'm currently binge watching The Crown.
Nice.
I was watching One Piece, which is an anime that Sam and his brother love. And I'm not gonna lie, I love it too. It's a really great show. I really love the characters. I really do. So I did binge watch that before, and now I'm not binge watching it anymore because I'm waiting for the English version to come out because I don't know. It's hard for me with the subtitles and seeing everything that's going on, but eventually I'll watch the Japanese version. But right now, while I'm waiting for the English version to come out, I'm watching The Crown, and only because I was gonna watch it back when it first came out, and I decided not. But now they have Princess Diana in it, and I'm like, oh, your girl gotta go see Princess Di. So I'm binge watching it right now.
Nice.
Trying to get to season 4 to see my girl.
Yeah, I've never watched it. I know Brandon's watched, like, some of it.
It can be quite boring, I'm not gonna lie, because it's literally history. It's about the history of the family, and I just like it because I've always enjoyed history, I guess, but there were a lot of things that I never knew, and so I will look stuff up while I'm watching it, and I feel like I'm educating myself when I watch it. So it's just I have enjoyed it. There are times when I'm doing paperwork and I'll have it on in the background and I'm not even listening. So I definitely get it. It's not for everybody, but I am enjoying it right now as like a binge watching thing.
Yeah.
Very on brand for you and the princess. I love her. I really do. She is my celebrity crush other than Post Malone.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you? What was the last thing you binge watched?
Honestly, it's been a minute since we binge watched something. We're pretty much always binge watching something, and I'm trying to think of the last long series that we finished. I'm trying to think. Brandon, if you remember, help me out.
You watched The Handmaid's Tale?
Yes, yeah, but we binged like all the first, I think, 3 seasons that are were on Hulu, and then the new season is coming out like weekly now. Actually, I think there's a new episode tonight. This is coming out on Wednesdays, but yeah. So, but I'm trying to think the last thing we watched. We've been doing a lot of the limited series and the short series that are on Netflix. So we knock those out really fast in 1 or 2 nights, something that's just 3 or 4 hour long episodes. So we're doing a lot of those. I cannot think of the last longer series that we watched though. We were watching Outlander for a while. That was a commitment. Do you know what that is?
I haven't seen Outlander, but I've heard of it.
Yeah.
People have recommended it to me.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. Kimbro also says Orange is the New Black.
Maggie loves Outlander. Yeah, Outlander is cool. It's I don't there's nothing really to compare it to. It's historical, time travel, romance. Yeah. There's a lot going on. Outlander.
That was probably my next thing.
Yeah.
My next thing.
Yeah, it's good. Okay. I had to throw a few of these questions in there because you are the conspiracy streamer.
Well, thank you.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yes, I do. I really do. There's no way that we're the only. And like, here's the thing though, is that be like these green guys, like emo, like they don't have to do that. Like, I really don't think that we're the only life. There's no way. No way. So I do believe that there's something out there, whether it is the little green guys or if it's things that look like us and they're just a little different. I don't know. But I'd like to think that there's more out there for sure.
Yeah. I think I knew that answer, but
yeah.
But I just had to ask, you know?
You know, it's good. I do like that question because a lot of people have very differing opinions about it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I do. Like, it's one of those things, like, I don't know that I necessarily think about it very often, but I definitely, in terms of pretty much anything that's, like, unknown, supernatural, I'm very open to it. Like, yeah. I'm just more open-minded of, like, I would never say there's no way. Like, I feel like anything's possible. Like, I just feel like there's just so much that we still don't know about the universe. So, I'm just like, yeah, probably.
I agree. I mean, here's the thing, too, that I always say is, you know, one, we don't even know a lot about our own ocean. So, like, you know, what if there's things that live down there? Like, I don't know. And then my other thing, which I don't want to get into religion, but I'm going to because I know that you were raised Catholic and so was I. But I always say, like, you know, if you truly believe in a man who created this whole thing and a man who was able to do miracles, like, you're really telling me that man didn't also make something else? Like, he made dinosaurs and he blew them up. So what's to say that he's not out there doing something else? Like, I don't know. It's very interesting to me. I don't know. I used to think about it a lot, but now I don't think about it as much. But I will say, with the release of all this information of, like, UFOs, and, like, UFOs doesn't mean aliens, but you have these unidentified flying objects, like, where they come. It's just so weird to me.
Yeah.
Like, there has to be something lingering around.
For sure. So we have some people asking if we like musicals and our favorite Broadway musical. So, yes, I like musicals, to answer the first question. What about you?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a musical person. Would I go to a musical? Yes. But am I gonna act like I'm an expert? No. Was I in drama class in middle school? Yes. Did I do the Music Man? Yes. But I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's okay. But I mean, do you like them? Like, you don't have to be like a musical, like, trivia expert, but, like, there are some people who hate musicals. Like, my dad, for example. Like, my mom loves musicals and, like, sang growing up and, like, did musical theater in community college, and, like, my dad is like, yeah, no, I can't. Like, to the point of, like, I mean, because I don't even know if Brandon had like seen a musical before we watched Hamilton on Disney Plus, and, like, have you watched it?
Oh, because I don't have Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah, it's.
I'm pretty sure I do have it. I just need to find the password and stuff because my brother has it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely not an expert, but I do enjoy them. Like, if I me to go to a music, yes. Like, I love that stuff. I love listening to music, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm by no means an expert. I don't have a favorite one.
Yeah. No, that's okay. I mean, what I was gonna say was, like, I think that was the first one that Brandon had seen, and, like, he loved it. He thought it was, like, really cool. But, like, my dad, on the other hand, like, we told my parents. But I wouldn't characterize Brandon as someone who's, like, a musical theater fan or, like, would want to go see them regularly. But, like, in contrast, we told my parents, like, how good it was, and my mom really wanted to watch it, and so we tried to watch it at their house, and my dad had to leave the room.
No.
He was like, I can only take so much of this, like, for whatever
Poor
reason,
dad.
like, and my dad's like a music fan, and Hamilton is like good music, like, and multiple different genres, but like it's all too much for him, like he just can't.
It's not for everybody. That's okay.
Yeah.
I love that. It's so funny. Like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah, so just me and my mom and Brandon watched it.
Yeah. I love that.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I have a favorite. I would say maybe The Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
Oh, someone else would even make me dab.
No. Wait, did you do it already?
No, I didn't do it.
Okay, I'll do it with you. You just gotta count down.
So, all right, 3, 2, 1, dab. Nice. Thank you. Thanks for this. Thanks for the support.
You know, I got you, girl. I love you. Always here for you.
But yeah, I was gonna say The Wizard of Oz is probably my favorite musical, only because like when I was growing up, I was obsessed with the original Wizard of Oz movie. Like, we didn't even own it on VHS. We like videotaped it from TV. Like, are you old enough to like know what I'm talking about? You could like video record something on a VHS that was on TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we did that.
Yeah. And so we had this like just making sure. So yeah, so we had like this janky copy of it that we had just recorded that like probably had like commercials on it that you had to fast forward through. But I watched the shit out of that tape, and I had like, I was Dorothy for Halloween one year, I was Glinda for Halloween another year. I was just like,
there's a conspiracy behind it.
Oh, I know, like the Munchkin hanging thing.
So sad.
Yeah.
So sad.
And also like Dark Side of the Moon, right? Isn't there? Yeah.
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 That movie, I'm not gonna lie, that movie scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Really?
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't like, I can definitely see like how it's scary, and I don't know why like it didn't scare me more.
Yeah. I think it's funny because I never realized I had seen it. So people would ask, oh, have you ever seen it? I would. Then one time with my mom, and she was like, you've seen that, Olivia. I was like, what? I was traumatized.
Blocked it
That's
out.
so funny. Yeah, blocked it out.
Yeah.
Maggie, I think it was Maggie. Yeah, Maggie did ask as well, what's your guilty pleasure band or musical artist?
Ooh.
Do you want to go first?
Do you have one already?
I do.
Then you can go first.
Post Malone.
Is that a guilty pleasure though?
Yes. I love him. I love him. He's my guilty pleasure. Yeah, Post Malone, baby.
Post Malone.
He is a guilty pleasure for me though. He really is. But if I had to pick like a band, I'd say Queen.
Okay. Because like when I think guilty pleasure, I think like something that I'm kind of embarrassed to listen to.
Oh.
Like,
see, I don't really... I'm not really embarrassed about the music I listen to, except for when Sam makes fun of me, but... That sounds just like a pleasure. You ain't wrong.
Yeah, it needs to be a guilty pleasure.
Okay, I don't know then.
See, that's why I couldn't, like, come up with mine, but I'm trying to think.
Maybe Kesha?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I love the old Kesha. Sometimes my old music will pop up when I get my starts playing. So one time Sam and I were driving and just old Kesha started coming on. I was just like jamming to it. He's fuck is this? And I was like, bitch, I was singing this in 8th grade and I had no idea what any of this meant. She was banging and drugs and all this shit. I had no idea. So I will say Kesha because not a lot of people like Kesha. So I guess that's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I know I definitely have like at least one. I'm gonna like look in my Spotify and see if I can jog my memory. Because I definitely like there are some songs that Or
Didn't Post Malone come out with wheels in the butts? What? Post Malone. Yeah, guilty pleasure is something that you feel guilty or bad listening to. Kesha's definitely. See, I never really listened. I'm not gonna lie, I never really listened to One Direction. So maybe I should go through mine too.
Yeah, you can go through yours. I'm looking.
Also, my mom says she has a Camry.
Oh, okay. Nice.
You're like, that is not a nice car. But I'm
No.
telling you,
No, it is a nice car. My dad has
That is-
one. It's nicer
is
than
the-
mine.
that is the nicest car I have ever been in. Like,
No,
I felt like I was just like, no bumps, nothing.
No, Camrys are nice. Like that, those are solid cars. I drive a Corolla, which is like the step down from that.
Okay.
So.
Harry Styles isn't bad though. That's not a bad. Sam, who's my guilty pleasure? See, he didn't know what it meant either. A guilty pleasure is like something that you're embarrassed about. So like a musical artist. I'm looking right now. The Black Eyed Peas.
That's a good one.
Sam is my guilty pleasure. Bye. Can you actually give me some water, please? When you come back. Yes. Yeah.
I really don't know. The thing that initially came to my mind was Justin Bieber.
Yeah, that could be like.
I really do feel like he has like proven himself as a serious artist now. Like I feel like maybe back in the day he would be a guilty pleasure, but like he has so much newer stuff now that it's almost like it's not embarrassing to like him anymore.
I have one. It's the most basic one. You probably even know what I'm gonna say.
Rita needs water? Why? Are my lips dry?
No, I need water. I'm not Rita. No, Nickelback, baby. I don't even know why Nickelback is hated. What did he do? Anybody? Anybody?
Check Insta. She has something on the table. Oh, I'm confused.
I'm scared. Got some crusty crusts. It's not that Nickelback is hated. I used to love him.
It's that it's fun to hate Nickelback. That's true.
Yeah.
People bond over me.
Look at this photograph.
I can hydrate with this. Dr. Zevia.
Ooh. Look at this graph. No, but I did like Nickelback, and then when people started hating on him, I got upset. And I was like, what the? Thank you. Also, did you ever listen to like Christian rock bands as a kid?
Honestly, no. Like I tried.
Love that.
I tried to. I will say like some of the more mainstream ones, yes, like Reliant K and like Switchfoot and like some of the ones that made it like more mainstream, yes, but like the real hardcore Christian bands I couldn't get into. I felt I felt so guilty because I was a very religious young child and I wanted to like the Christian rock music, but it was this dichotomy where like my dad was in the music business and like I was raised on like really good music and I just like I couldn't get into it. Like I couldn't do it.
Kimbo says, where are you at on your list? This is about to be 11 questions. I definitely hit 21 though. A lot of people have asked questions.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
We'll zoom through these next ones.
We will.
I do. Okay, wait. NF is amazing. I agree. Okay, next.
Next question.
Yes.
We have, if you want to know, there's 8 questions left. So we're more than
That's
halfway through. Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
And there's some that'll hopefully be quick. So
yeah, okay.
Are you superstitious?
Yes and no.
Care to elaborate?
No, next. No, I was kidding. I mean, sometimes I think, like, I mean, sometimes I do see a black cat and I get scared. I'm like, ooh, today's gonna be a bad day, and then nothing ever happened. But do I believe, like, witchcraft is real? Yes. So that's kind of why I'm superstitious.
Sure.
Because, like, it's real!
She's just a little stitious.
Yeah, little stitious. What about you?
I think I am. I try not to be. Like, I don't want to be superstitious. But to be honest, like, I think it goes hand in hand with my anxiety.
That's exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Like,
everyone's a little superstitious when you have anxiety.
Exactly. Yeah. And like, you want to be able to have an explanation for things, and you want to feel like you're in control of things. And so it's just kind of like the way our brains work a little bit. Like, I was really superstitious when I was younger. Again, like, and I'm not gonna lie, like, if I see it's Friday the 13th, like, on the calendar, you know, I've lived through many Friday the 13th. Nothing really bad has ever happened, but I can't say that, like, when I wake up on Saturday the 14th, I don't feel just a little bit better. Just like,
I agree.
Exhale a little bit.
No, I mean, I've definitely, like, you know, avoid ladders. I avoid
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because I'm scared.
Right. It's just probably not a good idea to walk under a ladder anyway.
Yeah. So I would say I am a little superstitious, but also I agree with the anxiety part. I mean, anxiety is superstition, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah. I thought it, like, kind of tied into, like, conspiracy too.
It does. I mean, I'm superstitious about ghosts, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like you could put that in a lot of ways, but
For sure.
yeah.
And then, which conspiracy theory do you believe is entirely true?
The Princess Diana one.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah. I really do believe there's way more to the story. Way more. 100% true.
I think I missed your stream on that, and
I think I told you this before. It was the worst stream I've ever had.
Oh,
nobody liked it.
Sorry to bring that up.
No, it's okay. It was.
Let's talk about the worst stream you've ever had.
No, I was so passionate about the topic, and like nobody came. Nobody. And really shitty because I was really excited for it, and then I just had to remind myself, like, people are not required to come to my fucking streams. Like, I don't. So, but I was upset there for a bit. But no, it is my favorite conspiracy. I do believe it.
Yeah.
Kimbro, my Princess Diana conspiracy stream was the worst one I've ever had because like nobody was there, and I was super passionate about it. I put a lot of work into it. I was like, bro, this was for nothing.
Just like chop it up and make it into a YouTube video.
I know, that's the plan someday, is to do YouTube. Clones, oh my god, no. I don't believe cloning's 100%. What about you? Do you have a conspiracy that you believe is
that my husband's a lizard?
Yes! Yes, we love to see it. Totally real.
Honestly, I don't know that I have one that I believe is entirely true. I think there are pieces of truth to a lot of conspiracy theories.
Yeah, that's how they begin, honestly.
Right. Like, that's sort of more where I'm at. Like, I think there's probably a lot that are partially true, or like you said, like originate in truth and then get out of control. So.
I will say I also somewhat believe the Denver conspiracy, because if you haven't seen, they actually did a ton of reconstruction and now they're feeding off of their conspiracy. So I'm just like, they're acting like it's a joke because they don't want us to know, which I really do think that at some point the Denver airport was being used for evil.
Oh,
for sure.
See, I don't even know that one.
Oh, it's a good one. I'll have to redo it. I think I did it about a year ago. Good one, really. Especially because they just did reconstruction, so it'd be a new way to bring stuff up, so I'll have to redo it sometime, but it's a good one. Yeah.
You definitely should. I'll be there for that. All right.
Sounds good.
What are your pet peeves? Or wait. Yeah, it is plural. What are your pet peeves?
Yeah.
So you can say one or more than one.
My biggest one is when I'm talking and people talk over me. Like, if I'm telling a story and people, like, I used to have a friend who did this all the time. It just makes me feel like shit. Like, no one wants to listen to me. So, and, like, that's also my anxiety, too. It's like, if I'm telling a story and I'm just like, oh, okay. That makes me feel really bad about myself. So I will say that is my biggest pet peeve, is when you're talking, you have the stage, you're telling something, and people are just you. It's like, oh, can't even get a minute to tell a story. Like, whatever. No, I actually don't really talk to her that much, but yeah. That is one. Another pet peeve. See, I think it's funny because, like, I don't mind people chewing. That's not a pet peeve of mine. I literally don't. I love watching ASMR for food. So, like, that still doesn't get me. I don't even know what my other pet peeves would be. I can't think of any. What are yours? I might spark something in my brain.
Yeah. Honestly, like, I don't know if this is a pet peeve, but, like, people being assholes.
It's a pet. It's a pet peeve.
Like, I just get real fired up when people are being mean. Like, I just think, like, it shouldn't be so hard to be kind.
I agree. You and I have had a lot of conversations about this. Yeah, I also have a pet peeve of people who think they're better than other people, even though they're not at all.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother thing. But no, I agree with you. That's a pet peeve. I mean, people being assholes, like, don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm trying to think of, like, if there's any, like you said, like the food chewing or any, like, little, like, things that people do.
I honestly don't know.
Oh, yeah. He says he was telling me some ish going on in a friend group chat last week. It's true. Like, I get fired up. Like, if, I don't know, people are being rude.
I agree. You are an angel. You are. You're so sweet. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's it for me. I don't know. Idiots are my biggest pet peeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, because to be honest, and Brandon will tell you, like, I'm the messy one in the house. Like, I'm the one who, like, forgets to pick stuff up after myself, and, like, all the shit that, like, someone would say are their pet peeves are things that I probably do. So no. I feel like I can't complain about them.
You know, I respect it though. I mean, I'm a loud chewer. Oh well, deal with it.
Oh my gosh. Taco says Hilliard roundabouts are my pet peeve.
Oh my god, same with Westerville.
Yeah.
Everywhere. I think it's just a Columbus thing. Jesus.
Yeah, I never, like, Brandon lived in this area before we moved in together, and when I would come see him, like, I would have so much anxiety about the roundabouts. And
yep. But you get used to it though.
You do. You do. Yeah.
I have anxiety about it too, and now I take a roundabout every day.
Yep. Same
Pretty
here.
Much. Yeah.
Same here. Yeah, now I'm totally used to it. But then what happens is your pet peeve becomes people who don't know how to get through the roundabout. And stop when they're not supposed to stop. And it's like, I want to be understanding because that was once me, but I'm like, ooh, you're getting on my nerves. And you're about to cause a wreck.
Exactly. No, yeah. No, I get that. That's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love to see it.
All right. You order your favorite dish at a restaurant, but it's incorrect when you get it. How do you react to the wait staff?
I don't react to the wait staff. I just sit there in misery.
Why did I know you were gonna say that?
I ain't taking it out on them. I'll be depressed, but I'll still eat it. Whatever. I might ask for something to help, like, oh, can I get an extra side of ranch or something?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So, like, would you ask, like, if there was something that could be changed about it, or would you just sit there and suffer?
I wouldn't ask for it to be changed, but I might ask for, like, an addition to maybe make it better. Like, for example, this is a good example. We actually went out to a Mexican restaurant for Mother's Day, and we had never been to a restaurant because, you know, my family is new to Columbus. And so, you know, we went to this Mexican restaurant, and every time I've ever ordered pollo poblano, which is like chicken with poblano peppers, it comes with like the white cheese on top. And it even said in the thing, it says like cream something. So I figured it was white cheese. So I ordered it, not white cheese at all. It was like really like, I don't know how to describe it. It was like green. And I was like, because poblano peppers. And so I was like, oh. So my mom, same thing. We didn't do anything. We were sitting there. Still good. And then my mom was just finally, she's like, well, just ask for a side of queso. So we did. And that was it. Didn't complain. Nothing. We just asked for queso to make it better. So yeah, I would ask for something, like whether it's ranch or an extra bit of sour cream or queso, but I wouldn't be like, this is wrong. I'm just, it's not, you know, maybe it's a new worker, maybe they're having a bad day. I don't know. You don't want to be that person. So I wouldn't change it. I just ask for extra something.
Yeah. That's fair. What Mexican restaurant did you go to?
I honestly can't remember the name of it. It was like a very small restaurant. It was really good though. But it's in Gahanna.
Okay.
No idea. We just saw it because we originally were gonna. It was packed, and so then we were looking for another restaurant, and we saw this little off the corner Mexican restaurant, and like nobody. And we walked in. It was cute, and the food was great.
Nice.
So, yeah, I don't know what it's called though. I know where it's at.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, yeah. No, spitting back in our food. No, that does happen though. It does. It really does. Or they just don't do anything to it. They just heat it up, and then you can tell because the plate's warm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even so much that as it is like same thing, just like not wanting to like cause trouble, which like I'm conflicted about. I have inner turmoil about that because like I'm trying to like break my people pleasing habits, but I also have worked in the food industry, and it's like you have to find the balance of like, okay, like I am, you know, here like paying for this, like what I want to get what I wanted, but also like, I mean, and I think like, you know, as long as you're like nice about it, like usually it's fine. I will say like too, there's been times where like I'll say something and then Brandon will be like, she needs this, and I'm like, no, like it's fine.
Yep. Sam was in the same thing. Here's my thing. If it's like completely wrong, like let's say you order like chicken tenders and not a steak. Okay, yes.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's okay. But if they forget like your rice or something, like I don't know. I get where you're coming from, but I mean there's definitely circumstances where it's totally wrong.
Right.
But normally I'm just like I accept it,
also,
and I'm like, no.
If something's like not cooked all the way, like meat,
that is true.
Like that would be one time where I would say, like, this I don't want to eat raw.
I agree.
Meat. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's good.
But that would be about it.
Yeah. I agree.
On the food train, what is one food that you could never bring yourself to eat?
Shrimp.
Really?
I hate it. I hate it so much.
What if it was covered in cinnamon sugar?
Nope. Listen, Sam bought like coconut, like covered in some amazing sauce, battered, and I ate a little bit of it, and I still wanted to vom. I was like, I can't do it. Like, no. N-A.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like that's that weird of an answer. Like,
It's really not. I just don't like seafood, and that's just because when I was a kid, I was at a Red Lobster, and I ate way too much. I threw up shrimp everywhere, and then I honestly would tell people I was allergic to it because I couldn't even stand the smell of it at school. Like, I'd have to eat in my teacher's room when they would have shrimp, so I would seriously throw up. So I would just tell everybody I was allergic to it, and then finally, like 4 years ago, I was dating Sam, and his dad made like some fish, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot you're allergic," and I was like, "Oh, I'm not really allergic." He's like, "What? This whole time?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not really allergic. I just said I was." Yeah, I did throw up in the Red Lobster. I was like 7, and it was just everywhere.
Oh no.
and that's where my restaurant anxiety came from. I used to never go out to eat at restaurants. Like, ask my fucking mom, I would never go. They'd be like, "We're going out to eat," and I would cry.
That's traumatic.
Yeah. No, the crab legs. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And then, of course, the ironic part, actually in high school, to Red Lobster.
Oh no.
Actually, that was more of college. He was in college, I think. I don't remember. And then he would take me there, and I would just get the Alfredo.
Wow.
But yeah. Shrimp, it's not that weird. I agree.
Yeah, I would say, like, not a lot of people like seafood in general. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't smell very good. Like, I mean, I don't mind seafood, but it's not something where you're like, "Oh, everybody loves that." Like,
exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah.
What about you?
I will pretty much eat anything. Like, I'm the least picky person. One thing I was thinking is we watched a YouTube video last night about these these rodents that are taking over like the marshlands of Louisiana, and they have like a bounty program where they're like paying people to kill them because they're like destroying the ecosystem. But they're like these I forget what they're called, but they look like giant rats kind of, and to try to like control the population of them, like there are some people who are like trying to like make them into food. Yeah.
No.
And I would say I would never try that. Like,
no.
No.
I agree. I'm not really a picky eater. Like, I'll eat anything, but just not seafood. But I agree. Like, I would not eat a rat. I wouldn't eat a bunny. Like, I agree. Like, apparently bunny's delicious, but I won't eat that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And probably not insects either. Like,
I agree. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, there are some limitations for me.
Yeah, definitely.
But also, Poe, that is the worst. I hate when that happens. I have honestly, like, Sam and I have complained about pizza delivery before, and we've gotten because like one time we did order from a local pizza place back in our hometown, and it came and it was cold. Like, the chicken was frozen.
Frozen?
Like, yeah. I was like, this isn't even edible.
Oh,
and so we called and they apologized. Apparently they knew that it was frozen. They still sent it. I was like, so they gave us a free pizza and they refunded it. So like they gave us a different pizza and refunded us. So I agree. Like, there's some stuff that, like, yes, like if your food isn't edible, like, you gotta do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was okay, Kimbro. I mean, Sam and I typically don't complain, but that was definitely a complaining moment where got it. We waited after like an hour and a half long, and then it came and the chicken was still cold. So we ended up putting it. We put it in the oven, and then we waited for the other there, and then we ate the better one and just put the other one away.
Yeah.
It's so much pizza.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay, so we only have 3 more questions left. We've made it to the
right.
final 3 questions somehow.
Final 3, baby!
The next question is, would you rather leave your hometown and never be able to return again, or stay in your home? Okay.
You need to know the second part. Okay, what's the second part?
The second one is stay in your hometown and never be able to leave.
Yeah, no, fuck that. why. That's why I got out of there. That's why we moved to Columbus. As soon as I got that job offer, I'm like, yeah, get me out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to get out of my hometown. It's so toxic. Very toxic place. It's a lovely place in terms of like area and like buildings, but no, it's a very toxic place.
Lovely.
Yeah, I suppose our neighbors now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, never. I wouldn't care. And my parents are thinking about moving when my dad retires here in a few. Our hometown probably won't even be anymore. So we'll see.
That'd be great.
Yeah, easiest decision. I didn't even need to hear the second. Yeah. But you're from Cleveland though, right?
Yeah, and I love Cleveland. Like,
yeah,
I wouldn't say, like, I would be sad to never be able to return again, but at the same time, like, if the only other option was to never be able to leave, then
I agree.
I would definitely still pick the first one, just because I also feel like the most important thing, like, to me is the people, and they could always come here and visit, like, just in terms of like my family and stuff, like, yeah, like I said, like, I would be sad to like not be able to go back, but not if it meant that the alternative was never being able to leave. So
exactly. Yeah, I agree 100%. Good question.
All right, final 2 questions. Are there any causes that you strongly believe in?
Like disability? Is that one?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I would consider myself a disability advocate, mental health advocate. I took a lot of disability studies courses in my undergrad, and for all of grad school, whenever we had to do research, I did every single on the disability community. So that is what I am all for, and them getting their rights. They have like no rights, and if I could change my career, I really tried to get a career with people with disabilities. And not the only reason I took this job, but one of the main reasons I did take this job is because I do have the opportunity to potentially work with children with disabilities. It's just they often don't get referred to services, but they still do. So, but yeah, I was really looking for a job for working with that community, but I couldn't find any. But yes, that is definitely what I stand for. I love on everything about that, and there's so much to learn. I still don't know everything. I'm not an expert at all. But it's still something I love to learn about.
I love that about you, and I know we've talked about it a little bit, and I would still love to do some sort of collaboration discussion.
I know, Rita. I suck at planning this kind of stuff.
Oh my gosh, me too.
I mean, it took us 2 months to plan this.
Exactly. Yeah,
but no, sometime we honestly should. I mean, we'll just come up with a date, honestly, like maybe sometime at the end of the summer. Yeah, I would love that, because right now, like I said, I mean, I'm doing a set Wednesday this month for like a mental health stream, because it's Mental Health Awareness Month. So I'd like to at least keep that like once a month. So that would be fun if you came on and we had just a stream where we talked about anything like that. Like, I would love that. So we should plan it for sure.
Definitely.
Give me a couple days to get back to you on that.
Definitely. We'll talk about it. But yeah, I feel like that's not like something that people talk about enough, and just for as like advanced we are as a society, the fact that like we still have so far to go, like in terms of like advocacy for disabled folks. And like honestly, like you're really the only person I know in real life who like does that kind of work, and most of my like education has come from Instagram and like just
Yeah.
like, you know, which is not all a bad thing.
Mm.
But like just, you know, learning about things that you just don't really think about. And for me, just like how ableism intersects with like all of like the other different kinds of discrimination, and specifically
Yes.
like in my field as a dietitian, like just like body ideals and like what is a good body and a perfect body, and like, you know, for a disabled person, like what does that look like, and like are you telling me that like I'm not like worthy or healthy because like I have this disability, and there's just so many layers. Like
yeah, I need to find this video that I watched in undergrad. It is like the best video that about disability and this woman, and just basically how like, you know, they don't want you to feel bad for them. Like that's the thing, is like they are just like us. Like they are. It's like but when people see somebody walking on a street and they're like in a wheelchair, or they don't have a leg, like the automatic thought is, wow, I feel bad for them. But that's not what you're like. But why? Just because they are in a wheelchair, that doesn't mean that their life sucks. Like, so I will have to send you that video because it's such an empowering video. I love it so much. But I was very lucky to have the opportunity to take multiple different disability studies courses in undergrad. Like, it was just made such an impact on me. I really wanted to like switch my major to like disability, but it was too late because I did it my senior year, and so that's why I really dedicated my studies to, you know, learn more about their culture and things that they go through. So yeah, it's also funny because, you know, last weekend I went to my cousin's baby's second birthday, and it was not disability accessible at all. And it's just funny how I noticed something and I'm like, this isn't accessible at all. Like, they had no ramp. The door was like just a regular door, like not one that you can like, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but like the ones where they're like, it's just like a line you just push down, and I don't know, it was just like, this is not accessible at all. Like, here they're in a wheelchair, how is somebody supposed to here if they're using a cane or something? It's like they can't. They literally cannot do this. Like, so it's funny because sometimes I recognize that things are not up to code. People do that. So,
yeah, for sure.
Very weird.
For sure. Yeah. Well, I think that's an awesome thing to be passionate about, and again, like, I look forward to like learning more from you and talking with you more about it, because I definitely get like, I know very little. I know just like surface level things, but I already like feel myself getting very passionate whenever like those issues are talked about. I remember, I think it was like a tweet that I read once from like a deaf person who said something along the lines of like, there's an interpreter here, like a signing interpreter here, not because I'm deaf, because you don't speak ASL. And like, that was just like so powerful to me. It's like, we always think like, oh, like, you know, why should we have to accommodate, like, turning red? I know. But you know, it's just like, what a perspective shift. Like, you know,
it really is.
Everybody is different and everybody has different needs, and like, just think outside of your own needs for 1 second and think about like what the world could be like and how could we make it a little bit easier for somebody else. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why
Mic drop.
That's why I love what you do, and people who make things more accessible, like actually like going out there and creating things, and it's just amazing. Like, love that. Also, what is Peanut Butter Falcon? I've been looking at that comment for so long.
It's a movie that we just watched. It came out, I think, in 2019, and I had multiple people recommend it to me, and we finally got around to watching it a couple days ago. So good, so heartwarming. It has Shia LaBeouf in it. And the other main actor is an actor with Down syndrome, and he just does an amazing job, and it's
Oh,
just,
I know what you're talking
yeah.
about. I haven't seen it. What? I'm writing it down, but what platform is it on?
I think it's on Prime. I'll double check, but I think we watched it on Prime. Yeah. So good. Like, we knew it was gonna be good. I mean, honestly, like, I just started like tearing up at the credits for no reason, like just because like my heart was just swelling.
Yeah. No, I need to watch. I saw that forever ago because before I took this job, I was a special education aide for a little girl with Down syndrome, and my mom tagged me in it. She's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
So I need to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great, and it's not too long. I think it's only like a little over an hour and a half. So it was like, I think we watched it on like Sunday night, and I was just like, yeah, it was great.
Awesome. Just another movie. I need more movies to watch. I need to like chill out. I'm on call this next week, so like I'm about to just vibe and watch movies.
Yes.
Hopefully not get too many calls.
Yeah. Yeah. And we just have one last question.
One last question, friends! We finally got it.
I know. I cannot believe I've asked you 20 questions so far. Where has the time gone?
I know.
The last question is, what makes you feel inspired or like your best self?
I like that question. I don't know how to answer that because there's so many things that make me feel that way.
Just list them off. We want a list.
So like work-wise, you know, whenever one of my clients has a good day and they tell me that they utilize something that I taught them, that makes me feel really happy and accomplished because I was able to successfully help them. You know, my friends help me like feel like that. Twitch helps me feel like that. My family. I mean, there's like everyone that I just like helps me feel inspired. And you know, when I see like, for example, set her goal this year that she wants to be Twitch partner. I swear to you, like, she's gonna get there. Like, that inspires me. Like, I love seeing that. I love seeing my friends and accomplishment.
Whoa.
That inspires me. Also, we got a raid!
Sansa! Thank you! Whoa! On our last question.
That's how it always happens. Hello, friends!
Welcome in. I guess I'm the host of this stream, so I guess I should probably say something.
She doesn't stream, people.
I'm not a streamer. I'm a guest.
She's not a streamer.
I'm new here.
You're new here.
So, for those joining in the raid, welcome to the Kimbroplays channel. Kimbroplays is my husband, who's not currently here. He's in the chat, though. I am Rita, also known as Mrs. Kimbroplays, and I'm guest hosting the 21 Questions segment with our lovely guest, the Moisten Loin, aka Liv. And we've been having a great old time. We are doing this segment called 21 Questions. It's an interview style segment, and we are just answering the very last one question of 21 questions.
Yeah. Thank you for the raid. That's amazing. You guys are awesome. We love the love. We were just talking about things that inspire us. This is inspiring.
It
really is.
Inspiring.
I'm assuming that you didn't follow Kimbro before this because I see that you followed. So that I love getting rated by new people who you've never met. Like, that's inspiring to me. Honestly. Like, sharing your community with someone you don't know.
You here. Some people did. Chat sent them here. Well, thank you, chat.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Awesome. Kimbroplays inspires me.
He inspires me.
He inspires me too. He does.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, like, it's such a hard question to answer, but like, someone who's been there for me through it all is Sam. You know, like he inspires me every day. You know, we try to do new things, and some things don't work out, and it's just it's nice to know that we have our whole lives to mess up and do things together, and so
that's awesome.
It's just a lot of things. I don't know, like I'm very lucky, I would say. I have a very inspiring group of people in my life, and especially my work. I mean, my work is very hard. What I do is very hard, but it's very rewarding. Like, I had one of my clients texted me and said that she got 100% on her chemistry test, and it was just nice that she shared that with me. Like, like it has nothing to do with therapy, but she was just really proud of herself, and that made me happy. So it's just, I don't know, it's inspiring to see others prosper and live their life how they want it to be. That's what's inspiring to me. And people who get out of the rut with things. People who truly have been through the worst of the worst, still able that smile on their face. That's inspiring. I love that.
That's a solid answer.
Yeah.
I love
that was a good last question, but you have to answer it too.
I do.
You do. I like to hear your answer to that.
I mean, I feel like a lot of similar answers. For those who don't know, Liv and I have a lot in common.
We do. We really do.
I feel like we learn more and more that we have in common, like every time we talk.
We do.
I would say, like, as far as work, definitely, like, hearing that, you know, that I was able to help someone, like, just as general, like, as that, like, you know, we go into these, like, professions to help people, and there are just so many days when you feel like you're not making a difference.
Yep.
And so just to have someone say, like, thank you, like, this really helped me is very inspiring. And, like,
yeah,
also you have to just hold on to those moments to get you through the hard ones also.
No, for sure. No. Also, can I just say that Taco said, what did you base your friendship off? Was it Beavis and Butthead? Can I say Beaver?
Yeah,
and
Beaver and Butthead.
Beaver and Lizard Head. That's what we based our friendship off of.
Oh man,
I don't even remember how we found out we had someone, but I want to say it was when we were talking about disability, right?
I mean, that was part of it, but I feel like we just always, like, I don't know, just think, like, I just remember being in your stream, in your chat, and, like, just moments of anxiety and awkwardness where I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, yes, I can relate.
Yes, no, it's funny because I said it a million times, but I truly do have more friends to do, and so I'm hoping that, like, you do become an IRL friend, like, we meet and we get to hang out.
Yeah.
Funny how we have so much in common, and somehow we ended up living like half an hour away from each other. It's just so nice to know, like, someone I've met is only a little bit away from me, and, like, we probably could have crossed paths at Target before already or something.
I know.
Like,
I do, like, not to get super sappy, but I do feel like it's kind of meant to be, because I don't know, the pandemic, like, just pandemic
sucks.
it just, yeah, like, I mean, no words needed, but particularly, like, I don't know if you've had this experience, but I know myself and a lot of people have had the experience of, like, just friendships and relationships changing throughout the pandemic.
Yes.
And just, like, you know, sort of reevaluating things, and, you know, maybe growing apart from some people. And I just think it's really cool that, like you said, like, we were able to sort of get to know each other, and now, like,
Yep.
we are actually, like, living in the same area. So
yeah, and we have that opportunity, like, now with the vaccine and, you know, protocol, and things are becoming more available measures. And I don't know, I agree. The pandemic was hard for me in terms of my friends, and you know, even me graduating from grad, and that was shit because all of my friends live everywhere else. They don't live near me. I only have a few friends. I rarely see them because they're all nurses and crazy hours. But no, I do think it was meant to be. Like, I was honestly trying to get a job in Cleveland so I could be with my best friend in Cleveland. And then this job opportunity came out, and
I'm your new best friend.
I just, you know, when I did get your phone number and me about, you know, how it's affected you with not seeing friends and stuff, and it was nice that like we could talk, like that meant a lot to me. So I was like, okay, wow, like this is like a friendship that I want, because you understand what it's like to kind of be that left out person, because that's how I've been like in all my friends, at least the ones that didn't work out. Was I was always that friend that people would rely on, and then when I needed a friend to rely on, they weren't there, which really sucked. But the more I grow and the more I meet people, like I'm able to kind of sense who I know will be there for me and who won't be there for me in the long run. So it's just been nice, like seriously, like I said, meeting all these Twitch people and then realizing that we're close and we could have that potential to meet up. And after a pandemic, it's just, that's what we need.
Very needed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, this was fun.
This was awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm glad that, you know, this was your first questions. Obviously, it was mine too, but like, it was nice to get to talk to you again after like a month like of you being at my stream. Like, this was fun. I seriously always say I love doing this stuff. It's always nice to talk to the face and like not just me saying hi in chat. Yeah. Because it's a complete different experience for sure.
Agreed. Definitely. Yeah, it's been, and I just feel like, just like last time, like the time just flies. Like,
I know. I think it's funny because I told Sam, I was like, oh, we'll probably be done by 9 and I'll go to bed at 10.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I get to sleep in tomorrow. I really don't care. Thursdays I get to sleep in, and after my day today, I am sleeping in till like 10 tomorrow.
Good.
Probably not, but I'll probably wake up earlier. I always just wake up. But no, it was a great 21 questions. I'm very honored to have been here with you and hang out with you again. So thank you for asking me to be on. Same with Kimbro. Thank you for asking me to be on and for now. I love you guys. I know she gotta be up early.
I know. Expose me.
Well, he told me you have to get up early because you get home earlier now, right?
Yeah, I get home earlier now, but I have a dentist appointment in the morning. That's why he's saying I got a rotten tooth.
Oh no, now I feel bad.
Oh no, it's fine. It's totally fine.